For so long now, people have debated what is the best game of all time. And some people will say games like Red Dead Redemption 2 or GTA 5. Other people say games like Minecraft or Fortnite. Needless to say, it's always going to be based on opinion, no matter what. It always will. But today, I'm here to give my opinion, and I'm here to express to you guys why Super Mario Galaxy is the best game of all time. Not just the best game in the Mario franchise, but one of the best of all time. Now, this is the first time that I've done a video like this. I've been doing Fortnite videos for a while now, but this is just a little something different, so be sure to like if you enjoy this video at any point. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you think about this video, and just make sure to subscribe. Thank you for all your support. Anyways, let's get right into this. Super Mario Galaxy. Alright, I feel like I have to give a bit of context because, I mean, some of you guys are going to be like, Super Mario Galaxy? Really? This, of all games, is what you think is the best game of all time? I grew up a Nintendo guy. First console was a Wii. I never really had anything else. I had a Switch at one point. So all my life, I have been a Nintendo guy. Now, that's not to say that I haven't played other games. I played games like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Assassin's Creed and all that. And those are great games. But today I'm here to talk about why Super Mario Galaxy is the best game, because I believe that it is. I've got 5 points right here. I got them all written down on my phone. I'm going to talk about each of them a little bit in depth, and then at the end we'll come to a final conclusion. So let's get right into this. Number 1 is innovation. So most Mario games are kind of the same. Princess Peach gets captured, you have to run through the levels and get to her and beat Bowser and win the game. That's pretty much the story of every Mario game. But this game is not like that entirely. In fact, you really aren't focused on Bowser any of the time. It's not like other games where it's like you've got boss battles at the end of every world where you defeat the person and then you move on to the next world. Like, honestly, you kind of forget that you're even rescuing Peach, because it's like there's so much there's so many layers to the game. There's so much depth in everything in the game that it's like you forget you're even on a mission. You're just enjoying the game. This game is so drastically different from every other Mario game. Like, even, I mean, there were 3D Mario games before this, like, you know, Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, but I feel like Super Mario Galaxy is just, it's so drastically different. I don't know if it's because you're in space. I don't know if it's because it's, you know, got better graphics. I don't know. What I do know is this is one of the most innovative games of the Mario franchise, besides maybe like Super Mario Odyssey. Like, I think that was a super innovative game. I think if you go into this expecting just a basic Mario game, you'll be pleasantly surprised. So I think that this game is very innovative to the Mario franchise. Because of that, this is the best Mario game of all time. But the real reason why it's the best game of all time to me is because of the story. So there's so many layers to this story. There's a scene at the beginning of the game where it's just telling the story in little pictures and words. There's so many layers to the story, and I think that contributes to the game's kind of mystery, I guess you could say. Like, it makes you want to keep playing. So there's a character called Rosalina. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of her, and she's introduced in this game. She's kind of like the captain, I guess, the Comet Observatory where Mario is most of the game. That it's her ship, and as you progress in the game, you get to view her story, and it is depressingly sad. Like, I feel like Super Mario Galaxy is so much more of a role-playing game than Super Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine because of its story. It is so deep, and there's so many extra layers to it that it's like you don't even feel like you're playing a Mario game. You just feel like you're playing a really good role-playing game with great visuals and pretty good gameplay as well. Which brings me to my next point. Gameplay. This game it's got very good gameplay. All the stages are so uniquely different. There's so many different powers throughout the game. There is a lot in this game. Like, this game takes a long time to, like, 100%. I actually want to see what is like the record speed run. Yeah, the record for 100% in this game is 10 hours and 57 minutes. So this is a long game. Like, there is a lot in this game. Even if you're not trying to 100% it, even if you're just trying to beat the game, like there's a lot. This is not like a you beat it in a couple days kind of thing. Like this is you're grinding for weeks and weeks and weeks to try and beat this game. And everything is so uniquely different. Like there are so many levels in this game and none of them feel the same. Every galaxy manages to feel fresh. And I mean, you do have to play galaxies multiple times to like get all the coins and stuff, which can get kind of repetitive. But every time you're jumping into a new galaxy, it feels so, it's so different. Nothing is quite the same in the game. And to have a game be as long as this is, and to keep it all fresh is very, very impressive. Also, characters. Forgot about characters. There's a lot of cool characters in this. So, obviously you got Mario. You got the Lumas. They're kind of the main purpose of the game, to be honest. Like, the Lumas make the game what it is. And then, obviously, you got Rosalina. You got Captain Toad. He's kind of a minor character. You got the big Lumas that, like, you have to inject the shooting stars into to, like, gain levels. Despite being Super Mario Galaxy is a by yourself kind of game. Like this is not really a multiplayer game. This is a kind of you play by yourself, you don't really play with anyone else. There's a lot of different characters in the game, even like within the levels. Like almost every galaxy you go into, you have to talk to a character. Like in the Honey Hive Galaxy, you got to talk to a little bee. And there's a lot more. It's been a while since I played the game, but I mean, there's a lot more than that. So characters, I think it gets the job done. I don't think the characters, there's not like a lot of them in the game like, say, Undertale, where there's like a ton of characters. There's not too many in this game, but I think that every character is executed well, and they really get the job done. And I think that the story that Rosalina and all the Lumas have really carries kind of all the characters in their category. And the creativity, there's so much creativity in these levels, man. Like there's so you've never seen it in a Mario game before. There's so much new stuff in the game, and it's like everything goes along together perfectly. And speaking of that, that brings me to my fourth point, which is the soundtrack. I am definitely gonna have to do a separate video on the soundtrack. Probably next week is when it'll be out. I'll probably do a tier list on the soundtrack. This is the best soundtrack of all time. I will die supporting that opinion. It is so good. Every piece of music that is in this game goes with what it's intended to go with perfectly. There's so much emotion just layered into all of these soundtracks, and they're all so good. Like there's happy tracks, there's like spooky tracks, there's really sad pieces of music. There's angry pieces of music. Like when you're fighting some of the bosses and the music gets really fast. There's just every emotion that you could think of, all of them are evoked within the soundtrack. It's so good. Fun fact for you guys, almost all the music I use in my videos, almost all of it come from this soundtrack. That's how good it is. Like I use it because they're all so great. Every piece of music matches its course perfectly. I think it contributes to the atmosphere of the game. The game would not be what it is without the soundtrack. This is the first time that Nintendo actually brought like an actual orchestra in to record all the music for the game, which is the best decision they ever made. It's just insane, man. Some of these tracks, you listen to them and you're just like, wow. Just like the rest of the game, there's so many layers to a lot of these tracks. And each piece of music matches the visuals of this game perfectly, which leads me to my next point, which is visuals. This game, it looks outstanding because it takes place in space. Like it's very like, it's got a lot of cool scenery in it. It feels very like otherworldly, and the artists for this game, they went hard, man. They did a very good job. Every level looks unique and different. Even though they all take place in space, they all look a little bit different. There's so many different, how do I even say this? There's so many different like islands within each galaxy, and some of them look completely different, and that's just for one level. Like I can't even imagine how long it took to like animate this game, because it's like there's so much. I think that really sums up the game. There's so much, and it's all so good. And with that leads me to my last point, which is emotion. This game, it's so different from every other Mario game, because it's like it evokes so many different emotions. In every other Mario game, it's like there's not too many emotions. It's either it's always, you know, spunky and poppy and happy. Sometimes it's a little scary, but there's never been a Mario game that's as sad as this one. And I think that contributes to its greatness, because I feel like I'm connected to the game emotionally, if that makes sense. It's like I feel like this game can experience emotions in the same kind of way that I as a human can. Like all the other Mario games, they're kind of like NPCs in a way because it's like there's a limited range of emotions that occur in the game. But this game, there's so many emotions that it's like you connect to it more because the game can experience emotions as you do, and it can evoke emotions as you do. The emotional range in this game is so much more than any other Mario game. There's parts of this, most of this game, it's really sad, man. It is really sad, but it's so good. Rosalina's story is depressingly sad, but it's like, it's so good. It contributes so much to the game. I don't think the game would be what it is without the feeling of sadness that there is, because Mario's alone for the whole time. You don't have a lot of interaction with any other people along the way. It's just you playing. There's a YouTuber that did a video on this game. I forget what it's called. Yeah, it's called The Quiet Sadness of Mario Galaxy. It's by Jacob Geller. I'll put the link in the top of the description. I'm just looking at some of the comments. I still can't get through Rosalina's full backstory without crying and feeling a wave of utter depression. This game is a lot more than a game to me. Yeah, this one, I like this. This one says, Mario Galaxy's atmosphere is like knowing you can't go home because it doesn't exist anymore. It hits. It hits so deep, man. Super Mario Galaxy uses the coldness of the cosmos to make the space we do have that much warmer, that much more delicate. This whole video is poetry. Please go watch this video. He says everything a lot better than I do. This game truly is about the journey. Like, as cringe and as cheesy as that line is, like, this game really is not about the destination. It's about the journey. I highly encourage you, if you are able to, please play this game. There's just parts of it that I can't explain. You can't put into words the feeling. It's like OG Fortnite. It's not about what's in the game, it's about the feeling of playing the game. It's like there's parts of it that I just can't explain in the video. There's parts of it where you have to play it to understand it. Please watch this video that's in the top of the description. This game is just it's so good, man. I don't know how else to say it. It's my favorite game of all time, and I believe that it's one of the best games of all time. But anyways, that's going to do it for the video. I just kind of want to get my thoughts out there. I love this game so much, and I hope that after this video, you're a little bit motivated to play it, if you can. Like I said, if you can play it, definitely you should. If not, go watch the video in the top of the description. Watch that either way, because it's such a good video. And it really conveys my thoughts better than I can convey my own thoughts. So definitely go do that. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I know this is a little bit different video, so if you'd like it, be sure to drop a like, comment down below. Let me know if you like it, and just make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate all of you so much. Till next time, I love you, and I will see you in the next one.